Hello out there, YouTube. ATX Dude here with you today. We're going to do a little maintenance on this Cedar Hot Tub we have in our backyard. Just to give you an idea, this is a 750 gallon tub, roughly 5 feet, I guess, when you're standing in it. It's custom made by someone in Buda, Texas. It has a 2 horsepower motor on it, and all the jets that are allowed that you can see. We've also purchased the shroud that goes around the backside to cover all the guts, which I'll show you in just a second. And it's about time for that once or twice a year cleaning, so let's get started. Okay guys, so this is the back side of the tub. What we're going to do first is take off the 2 back panels. One back panel's for the heater and the pump system, and the other one's for the filter. One thing you want to make sure that you always do first on any of these tubs is you want to make sure that you've turned off your electricity. And my electricity happens to be right here. And so I have one at the house, and then I have one here at the tub because that's required by law. So as you see, I've turned it off. So the tub is now receiving no power. So once you're sure that it's not receiving power, you can get started taking the back off. Taking the back off is pretty easy. We just have a few screws that we got to get off of here. You notice there it kind of pops off. A couple at the bottom. And that will reveal the back side of the tub. And this is where we're going to see our pump unit, or our filter unit. Now we'll go ahead and take off the other side. The only reason we're on this side and taking off this side is I'll show you there is a drain on all these hot tubs, but it's pretty lame. It doesn't let out a whole lot of water very quickly, so I'm going to show you a better way to do it. But here, let me show you what that drain looks like. So what you have down here basically is just a spigot, and it's like anything you'd have on a hose, and it just takes forever to drain this way. So what I like to do is I like to do a siphon. Okay, so this is what the inside of our tub looks like. It's been a while since I've been here, so it's lost a little bit of water. Still pretty clear, amazingly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put a hose in here. And get that down to the bottom as best we can. And then we're going to siphon this water out of here in the hopes that it comes out a little bit faster. So make sure your hose is touching the bottom of the tub, and it is there underneath the seats. Now it's hitting the bottom of the tub, and now we're going to do a little bit of siphoning. And if you've ever siphoned water or gas out of a car or anything like that, get more gas for your lawnmower, you know that it has to come downhill. So right now we're downhill from the tub, so we're going to come down here and we're going to give this a little bit of a, we're going to suck into the end of this and then hopes that we can get the water started. And there we go. So now the water started coming out of the tub. I think this works a little bit faster than using that spigot that's on the side. We'll also be using a vacuum cleaner here in a little while, a shop vac, to get out all the excess stuff after we actually clean it with soap. So see you back in here in a little while after this has finished siphoning. So you can see here I added another hose to the mix just because it was going a lot slower than I thought it would. I just wanted to check in and tell you this probably been about an hour and a half. So it takes a little while to drain the tub. And here you can see the jets on the inside of the tub. we're going to scrub inside those jets, scrub the seats, scrub underneath the seats, all that good stuff. All right, so we're getting there. The two hoses definitely helped. You can see what the inside of the tub looks like. It's pretty dirty. I'm hoping that I can scrub most of that off of there. Let it go down a little bit farther. Then we're going to use our trusty shop vac to clean out the rest of it. We're going to use a brush and some light dish soap. Spray it out as best we can with our hose. And then again use the shop vac to get all the extra water out of there. I like to have it as clean as possible. I guess you could just drain it and then fill it back up again, but I really want to get these seats clean, because as you can see, they're kind of slimy. So once this is done in the next few minutes, we'll get after the shop vac and we'll get all the rest of this water out of here. Now we're in the tub. It's like just got a little bit of water left in the bottom of it. I'll go ahead and vacuum out the rest of this water, and I want to show you a couple things. Down here we've got the drain plugs where the pump sucks in the water, and those definitely need to be cleaned, and we're going to scrub all this, but in the meantime I will get all the rest of this water out. Looks like we got the tub pretty much empty. No more water in there. I got a little bit of water still on the bottom. Be careful, it's really slippery. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a light dishwashing soap and a scrub brush, give it a quick scrub, spray it out with the hose, suck that water out, and then fill it back up. We're almost there. I'm trying to get something that does a little bit of degreaser, biodegradable, but it's not going to be like a massive amount of suds. I just give it a little shot in here and then hit it with the brush. And I just try to get everywhere I can, inside, around the corners especially. You can see that water is pretty dirty. Got a lot of soap in it too, but it's pretty filthy when it comes out of the tub. So we gotta suck a little bit more out and then we'll be there. Okay, I think we've got the bottom nice and dry, cleaned off, the inside's clean. Now we're gonna head on and we're gonna replace the filter. I showed you earlier when we took the back off, this is where the filter housing is. This is a new filter down here. I just get them on Amazon. I buy them in a 6-pack. They're not too expensive, but if you're only gonna replace it, once or twice a year, I would just say put a new one in. Cleaning these filters, I've tried everything and nothing seems to work when it comes to cleaning them. So anyway, take this top off, and I already loosened this one a bit, I think. There we go. Whew, all right. Gotta drop my camera there. But anyway, take the ring off, grab this little dude here, give it a good yank, and there it is. You got your filter in there, and you'll see this thing is filthy. I've never been able to clean one to where it looked like it was even remotely ready to go, so I just get rid of them. Put that there, and then we look down in here. We really don't have any water to speak of in there. You could take your hose and clean that out. I'm not going to worry too much about that today. Tiny little bit of water and 750 gallons in here is not going to make much difference. So take this guy, drop him in, and then you're going to just put that lid back on the way you took it off. And then we're going to start filling her up. All right, now we're going to go ahead and start filling it up. I'm not going to stand here with the hose, but I'm going to let it sit here for a second. I'm going to get down inside here as best I can. Get some more hose in there. I'll put some sort of a weight on it over here so that it doesn't fall off. This usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour to fill it up. A lot quicker to fill it than it is to drain it, that's for sure. So when it's full up, we'll come back and we'll put the sides on the back of the tub, filters in, we'll turn our power back on, we'll get our pumps cooking, we'll get the heater on, and sometime tomorrow we should be cooking back at about 103 degrees. I'll see you in 45 minutes or so. It looks like we're just about there. As soon as that water gets a little bit over the top of the jets, come back around here and we can turn our power back on. And we turn that off to start. I have a 220 at the house as well, and this is just an external at the tub itself. I think this is required by law. If I can get this open. There we go. And so we'll just flip that on. And we'll go over and look at our controller. There's our controller right here on the side. And so what does it say? It says, okay, so it's going through boot up. It's telling me the voltage is there. And it's telling me to run the pumps. So we can probably go ahead and get this first one running. And we'll get some air out of them. You can see it starting up. Everybody seems to be happy. Basically just getting air out of the system, purge the pumps. And at some point the heater will do its thing where it figures out it's not hot enough, and it will run itself up there. So then if we look at that, we can see the heater isn't even kicked in. There's 101. We'll just leave it at 102 for now. It'll do whatever it has to do to figure out what temperature the water is here. It takes a second or two, and then we should be good to go. This is the chlorine that I use in the tub. I usually put in about 6 tablespoons. The tablespoon's hanging on the side down here of the unit. Or teaspoon, 6 of these, whatever that is. I mix it up in some water in this little jug. Get it mixed up a bit and then dump it in the tub. Also have this for after you've used the tub, some shock. Put in a lid's worth after you use the tub. Let it sit with the tub open for a little while, and it will it'll do its thing, and then you can close the lid and you're ready for the next one. Looks good. Just to give you an idea, this took me about 6 hours today, I guess, to get this ready to go, from draining it to filling it. But boy, that water is crystal clear, really good. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me some comments down below if you have any comments.